What's up, you guys? Scotty XD here, and welcome back to XD Garage. On today's episode, we are going to be pulling the engine on this Honda so we can get the timing and stuff set. We can check everything, make sure everything's freshened up, and let's begin. Let's get pulling this engine. Now there is two spots where the engine mounts to, which is right here and back here. So let's get those bolts out, and then we're going to be separating this engine from the transmission. So let's get on taking those bolts out. Now guys, I only counted 5 bolts in this whole transmission. So, wonderful. I don't know if there's supposed to only be 5. There's a big gap down there, as you can actually see. Those look new. Transmission probably don't belong to this engine either. So alright, and I believe that's all of the bolts that are in there. Now to tackle this. There we are. Now, hypothetically, it should just pop out of here, but we're about to see, guys. We're definitely about to see. Who knows what bolt I missed, or so on and so forth. About to find out. Right now I'm picking up the car, so obviously I missed something. So we're gonna let it back down slowly. Alright, so there's something I missed. Oh boy. Let's take a minute to examine and explore this engine a bit. Alright. Now, I'm not too sure, but do the starter bolts run all the way through, maybe? Into the engine? It makes sense, I guess. I guess we can check underneath, make sure we got all of them from down there. Oh, I see it, guys. It was hiding from me. I found it. It's right there. Yeah. Perfect. Go ahead and take this out real quick. Alright, I don't believe I see anything. Look at that, guys. That's for when I tried to run that Blue Devil and the car just stopped because it had an overheating problem. That's why I had to do the heads, and the car just shut itself off in mid-cycle. So I didn't even get the chance to seal up the head gaskets on this. Which I'm glad that I chose this route because those head gaskets weren't even torqued down. There's 2 loose head bolts on it, so say all the bolts are out of it now. I really hope so, because we're definitely about to find out. Let go of my car. Okay, so I'm almost 1,000% that this has no other bolts in it. I said that a lot about the last bolt, but I'm pretty sure this time. So, do I A, keep going and just hope that, you know, the seal's real good on the transmission? Look at that. Engine mount all the way out. But that transmission is still hooked up. I absolutely don't get it. Okay. Now, so we don't damage this, we're going to drop it back down, unfortunately. And we're going to have to recheck it because, you know, we don't want to break anything. So I'm going to lightly tap it with like either a hammer or something. Just lightly tap on it, see if it'll break that seal, or we'll let you guys know. Alright guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I've been working at this for about an hour. I took out the starter, I took the starter off because I thought maybe the teeth were grabbing, which could be a possibility, but kind of broke one of the flanges off from jacking it. So that'll go right back on, no problem, no big deal. No big deal, little JV well. Get that right back on there. Or just a new starter. Alright, so we took out that starter. We've been prying at this transmission. I see that it has guide pins. So the engine is coming up, and I'm guessing it's grabbing on those guide pins because I can't see any other physically possible spot where anything else is hooked up. Because the blue thing in there, I think it's the clutch. So nothing on the inside should be interfering with anything. So it should just be exterior. Unless there is another bolt down here somewhere that I missed. Which is a good possibility. Because you see how that seam is kind of like, let's focus, that crisp down there. Kind of like a made it together better. And this one over here is like big gapped. So all this up here, all the way down is broke free. It's split, but back there is a little tighter. I think that's because the engine mount in the rear is squishing it together. Because I cannot shove this forward with that engine mount back there. So we're at the point of, do I take the engine mount off, take the rear engine mount off, which is somewhat supporting the transmission. Well, it is supporting the, we're at the point of, do I take the engine mount off, take the rear engine mount off, which is somewhat supporting the transmission. Well, it is supporting the transmission. But if you look down there, the transmission is hooked up to it. So, do I unbolt that, take that out of my way so I can get this engine shoved over so I can pull it out? I think that's the next course of action. Unbolt it. Figured out what we need to do now. So let me show you guys, give you a heads up on what's going on here. Now, as you can see, we've got it split apart pretty good, you know. Even the guide pins, they're separated. Perfect. Engine still won't come out because, look down here, see the flywheel right there? That's still attached. So it's either grabbing on the flywheel when I pick it up, or I need to come here, spin it over manually, and take out every single bolt. Now, am I going to do that today? No. Do I want to do it? Yeah. But in the next video, guys. Alright, guys, that's going to end today's video. If you guys like videos like this, make sure you comment which car you like, the Honda or the Camaro, and let me know down below if you want to see future builds like this. Guys, this is something I love doing. This is something I love doing for, you know, the channel. So let me know what kind of build you want to see next. I have a couple other builds in mind. So and I think you guys are gonna love the next project because it's gonna be a fast one and it's gonna be a fun one. So as always, guys, let's build it.